Something big just happened in the Pi Network world. And when I say big, I mean whale-sized. We're talking millions of Pi coins snatched up by deep-pocketed investors, creating a ripple effect that's shaking up the entire community. Just like the early days of Bitcoin when it was dirt cheap and doubted by many, Pi Network might be entering its own historic phase. Could we really see Pi cross the $1 mark by the end of this week? And what does this massive accumulation mean for everyone holding Pi or hoping to buy? Hold tight, because in this video we're diving deep into what could be the turning point in Pi Network's journey to the moon. Now here's my question to you. Do you think Pi coin can really hit $1 soon, or is this just another hype wave? Let me know in the comments section below. And if you haven't caught up with the latest Pi Network updates, go binge my recent videos. Link is in the description. You'll thank me later. Also, if you're part of the Pi Network family, comment Pi Network to the moon below and rep your country in the comments. Let's see which country has the biggest Pi army. And don't forget to smash the like button, share this video with other pioneers, and hit that subscribe button if you love getting daily Pi Network news. You can also join my Telegram and Facebook page where we talk Pi, price predictions, and everything in between. And of course, this video is purely for entertainment purposes. It's not financial advice, so make your decisions wisely and always do your research. Now let's get into the juicy part of this story. Buckle up, pioneers, this one's a wild ride. It started with a whisper, a few sudden movements in the market, and then, boom. A whale made waves, no, a tsunami, by quietly snapping up 20 million Pi coins. That's right, 20 million worth a whopping $14 million USD. And where did this go down? On OKX, one of the few exchanges where Pi coin is actively moving. But here's the real kicker, they didn't just leave it there. These coins were swiftly withdrawn into private wallets, completely out of reach from regular exchange circulation. If that doesn't scream confidence, I don't know what does. Now let's pause and break that down, because it's more than just a flashy buy, it's a message. It's like someone dropping $14 million on Pi and saying, I believe in this more than most people believe in Bitcoin at $100. That kind of conviction is rare, and it's contagious. Because once news broke, the Pi Network community didn't just sit back. Excitement began bubbling. Discussions exploded, screenshots of the transaction flooded forums, and comparisons to Bitcoin's early rise? Oh, they started flying faster than you can say blockchain. But this isn't just about one transaction or one whale, it's about what that transaction set in motion. You see, when a big buyer removes tokens from a centralized exchange like OKX and stashes them away, it creates something very specific, a supply squeeze. That's just a fancy way of saying there's less available for others to buy. It's like someone walked into a grocery store and bought every single loaf of bread. Suddenly, everyone who walks in afterward is wondering why shelves are empty and are willing to pay more for whatever crumbs are left. In crypto, that usually means one thing, price goes up. And in Pi's case, people are already whispering about $1. Not in some far-off dream, but possibly this week. Yep, it's getting that intense. The thing is, this isn't just wild speculation anymore, there's a solid reason why these predictions are flying around. Pi, despite being in its early stages post-Mainnet, is quickly building its own narrative, one that's beginning to resemble Bitcoin in 2011. Back then you could grab BTC for a couple of bucks, people laughed at it, dismissed it, called it internet money for nerds, and then, you know the rest. Fast forward to today, and Pi has a similar energy. People are watching from the sidelines, unsure, skeptical, waiting for some validation. But the whales? Oh, they're not waiting, they're moving in, fast. And it's not just about price predictions or the hype that comes with a big buy. There's something looming on the horizon that's adding fuel to the fire. May 14th, 2025. Mark that date, folks. The Pi Core team is planning something huge. A major announcement about the Pi ecosystem is set to drop, and nobody knows exactly what's coming. But theories? Oh, they're running wild. Some say we might finally see new real-world products or apps tied into Pi payments. Others believe a major strategic partnership is brewing, maybe even with an exchange or a massive e-commerce platform. And then there are those who are betting on the big one, a global exchange listing that could send Pi flying overnight. Binance, HTX, Bitmart, the names are floating around like bees near honey. Whatever it is, the core team is keeping things tight-lipped. And when you combine mystery with excitement, price momentum, and whale accumulation, that's a cocktail for volatility. The kind of volatility that can either scare off small players or make early adopters very, very happy. But let's not lose sight of the bigger picture here, because beyond the numbers, the exchanges, and the market moves, there's something deeper going on. It's the psychology of a community that's been mining, waiting, building apps, testing systems, and preparing for this moment for years. And now with mining stopped, with the open mainnet finally live, and with businesses slowly beginning to adopt Pi as payment, the dream feels closer than ever. That whale buy wasn't just a flex, it was a signal, a giant neon sign flashing, hey, this isn't a drill, things are heating up. Now let's talk emotion, because crypto is never just about logic. When people start to feel FOMO, fear of missing out, they don't always act rationally, prices move fast, sentiments shift. One tweet, one video, one headline, suddenly everyone wants a slice of pie. Migrations are spiking, businesses are integrating Pi into real-world transactions, and a flood of new users are joining in hopes of catching the next Bitcoin-like explosion. The excitement is real and the energy is electric. But let's be honest, hype isn't a roadmap. Without solid development, clear communication from the core team, and real utility to back it up, all this momentum could just as easily fade as it surged. Will the core team deliver on May 14th? Can utility keep up with price? The next move will define Pi's future. Early believers won big with Bitcoin. Will history repeat? And right now, Pi Network is offering exactly that kind of window. A time when prices are low, utility is building, and the world hasn't fully woken up to the opportunity yet. So whether you're a long-time pioneer with thousands of Pi in your wallet, or someone new trying to figure out what the hype is about, one thing is clear, something is brewing. And those who are paying attention now may just be the ones writing stories about it later. Remember that early BTC buyer who bought pizza with 10,000 Bitcoin? Don't be the person who laughs today and regrets tomorrow. Because if this momentum continues, and May 14th brings even a fraction of what's being whispered behind the scenes, Pi Network could be facing its most explosive breakout yet. So let's sum this up. A massive 20 million Pi coin buy from a whale just shook the entire Pi Network space. Coins were pulled off exchanges, triggering a supply crunch. Analysts are now whispering a $1 price prediction by the end of the week. And with May 14th's Pi Core team announcement on the way, anything, and I mean anything, could happen. From exchange listings to partnerships to ecosystem launches, we're standing on the edge of something truly massive. If you enjoyed this update and want to keep getting real, exciting news about Pi Network, then do your part to help us out. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this with every Pi pioneer you know. It helps more than you can imagine. Now here's a question for you. Do you think Pi will reach $1 this week? Or are you expecting an even bigger surprise on May 14th? Drop your answer in the comment section below. And if you have any questions or thoughts about Pi's price, migration, or utility, feel free to join the discussion. We're all here to learn and grow together. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.